am here, boots on, bag packed, ready to go to take on the Smugglers Way. 40 miles across Cornwall, taking in the heights of Bodmin Moor, Rough Tor, Brown Willie, Doesbury Pool, might have a little swim, and I am in Kilmaneth Woods about to start my day one walk. 14.5 miles, should take me about 7 hours. I don't think it's going to, because I'm going to be stopping to talk to you guys all the time. I reckon it's going to take me about 8. But I am raising money for 3 mental health charities in Cornwall. Mandown, Pentreath, George's Voice. 3 charities that mean a hell of a lot to me, and they've seen people through far worse than I could ever imagine. So if you're watching this video, I will have already completed my walk, but there will still be time to donate. I'm going to leave my GoFundMe page open for 2 weeks after my expedition, so that should take us roughly up to about the end of June. So if you're watching this, you're feeling inspired, you want to give a little bit of money to 3 great causes, show your support, check out my GoFundMe page and come with me and check out how I get on the Smugglers Way. Isn't this place just amazing? The silence. I think we've got birds and the sound of running water. And what's really cool is I've just seen 3 deer grazing along the river, and I kind of startled them a little bit as I walked past. They hadn't seen me, I hadn't seen them until the last minute. I didn't manage to get them on camera for YouTube, but I did for my social media channel. So if you want to see that, head over to @Bimblingbooksbeer on Instagram and TikTok. Check out Day One Walk, and you'll see a tiny little glimpse of a couple of deer that I managed to film. A mum and two of the little baby deer. Don't know what a baby deer is called. Is it a doe? No, doe's a female, isn't it? Doe a deer, female deer. They are dropping from the sun. What's a baby deer? Don't know. If you know what a baby deer is, then hit it up in the comments below and let me know. I'd love to be corrected on what a I'd love to be told what a baby deer is, but this place is just stunning. So you know earlier on I was saying about that steady incline on the first day? Well, it's happening. And these forest trails are definitely just a steady incline up. Making quite good time though. I've just coming up to 6 miles done. About 12 o'clock. Set off at 9. So obviously it takes me a bit longer than what it should do, because I'm doing quite a lot of filming and stopping to do that. But the landscape changes on this walk quite rapidly. So sort of 5 miles in, you come out of Kilmaneth Woods, which are these old, ancient English strains of trees. And then when you move up the valley, heading towards Delow and Herodsfoot, I think that's how you say it. The landscape changes as you start to come into the Plym Valley a little bit more, and you start to get these massive where are they? These massive conifers and firs and pines. It adds a real element of sort of adventure and change. You feel like 1 minute you're in one environment and the next minute you walk, and you definitely get this kind of like what I can imagine being in these massive redwood forests in America vibe. Certainly reminds me of Scotland from being there in the last month, you know, and you definitely get this vibe up in Scotland, these massive open forest trails with all these huge alpine trees, so firs, pines, etc. These are firs. I think they're firs. Let's have a little look. Yep. So one way you can tell whether it's a fir, a pine or a spruce, a little bit here for you from my days as an outdoor education instructor. Firs like this are furry, they feel furry. Pines are prickly, so they hurt, and spruces are spiky. Might not sound like there's much of a difference to that, but when you see all three varieties side by side, you really can tell the difference. Especially firs, because they do feel furry. They're not prickly to touch. These are definitely firs. But yeah, so there's a little bit of information for you, a little bit of useless information. But yeah, this walk definitely keeps changing. It's given quite a lot. I'm quite enjoying it so far. I'm not knackered. I've not picked up any aches and pains. I haven't had to get my poles out yet. My right knee's doing quite well. My ankle's doing quite well. You might be thinking, Dan, what are you going on about? I've never really told you all. So, my left ankle, I snapped my talus bone about 10, 11 years ago now, rock climbing. It's never quite been right since then. The first operation, they kind of hashed up a little bit. And then I had another 2 operations in Cornwall, series of steroid injections in it, to no avail. Didn't really sort it out. We're still having pain in it. Would never in a million years have been able to have done an expedition like this with it how it was before. And then last year, January 2024, I had sort of like the final operation, if you will, the operation to end all the pain in my ankle, and I had it fused together. So what that means is that I've got slightly limited mobility or range of movement in my left ankle. If you watch some of my clips from behind, you can quite easily tell that my left leg doesn't work as hard as my right anymore, because my calf muscles are quite different in size, and my calf muscles on my left leg are really small now. But since I've started doing Bimblingbooksbeer, and I've been walking quite a lot more because I've had this newfound pain-free love for walking in my ankle, my right knee started playing up, and the doctors did warn me that this might happen. It's the rest of my joints in my legs overcompensating for the fused ankle and the lack of movement, which is why I'm wearing the boots I'm wearing. I'm wearing Hoka Anacapa GTXs, the mid boots. The reason I'm wearing Hokas is because they've got a extended rocker on them, so it creates a more natural movement in my foot. But yeah, my biggest worry for this expedition was that my knee and my ankle wouldn't be able to cope with it, and halfway through the first day I'll be struggling. But actually I'm halfway through the first day and I'm feeling absolutely brilliant, so that's a good thing. Things can only get better on this walk, so stick with me and see how we got on the rest of it. I'm going to stop in a minute and have a little break. I am just over 7.5 miles into it, 7 3/4 miles into this. This is a lovely little place to stop for lunch. Let me just show you guys. There's this beautiful little village green right by the river, and the route kind of goes up here and around the back of these houses, so it's literally on the route. What have I got snack wise? Well, I haven't got a lot, if I'm honest, but that's good. I think with these kind of longer walks you just want something really quick and easy, and that's exactly what I've gone for. So I've got 2 things: some protein, some of these fridge raiders, and a big bag of dried mango that I picked up from the health shop in Lou yesterday. That's it. Bit of protein, bit of sugar, keep going. That's not for everybody. For me, when I'm doing a walk, I don't like to get bloated. I know I'm going to stop for dinner in St Neot when I get there, and I'm going to have a beer. that's going to be my big meal of the day. And when I'm out walking, it's very rare I have a big meal. Like at a minimum, I might take a pasty with me. I don't really do a packed lunch I'm not really a packed lunch kind of guy when I'm walking. I just think it's unnecessary weight that I need to carry. So yeah, I travel light. So this is what I've got for my little snack. Some of these little nuggets of chicken. Does the job, doesn't it? Gets me a bit of protein, gets me full up, so I can get back walking again, which is what I'm here for. I was expecting there to be maybe a little bit more in Herefordfoot. Desperate for filling up my water. I'm down to that, probably about 250 mils. These are half a litre each, but I've already done 1 and a bit of them, so well, 1 3/4 of them, so you know, I've got enough. I think the next place I'm going to be able to fill it with water is Dobwells, but I think that's another 3 miles on, so we'll see how I get on. In the meantime, I'm going to sit and enjoy my little chickeny bits. It's so peaceful out here. Right, I've got about a mile of road walking down into Dobwells on quite a busy road, but what's really nice from here is that you can start to see the top of Bodmin Moor, which is where I'm going to be heading tomorrow. So it's nice that I'm kind of up out of the valley and making my way to a little bit closer towards the end goal, really. I made it to Dobwells, just called in the spa to fill up with water. Bought some water, filled up my water bottles, bought myself a little snack. I was hungry. There was no way on earth I was going to make it another 4 miles, 2 hours of walking to the pub without anything to eat. I've got my mango, but I'm kind of done on sweet stuff. I fancy something savoury. So yeah, got myself some little snacks. Just sitting on a bench on the side of the road, having this, and then I'm going to set off. I know I've got a lot of up and down in front of me to get to St Neot, like steep ups and steep downs, so yeah, I'm happy to get a bit of fuel inside me. If you're ever driving along the A38 towards Plymouth along this road and you're looking up at this bridge thinking, who on earth is walking across that bridge? Where are they going? That's me! This is where the Smugglers Way crosses the A38, which comes out of the Plym Valley, and I'm crossing over from Dobwells, and I've got about 4 miles now to head down into St Neot, where I am hoping the pub has got a lovely little table for me. They've got some lovely little beveraginis on tap, and I can get some dinner because I'm starving and hungry. Right, bit of an updatey, bit of a ranty update. The farmer who owns these 2 fields is an absolute bag of balls, quite plainly. There's a footpath that should go straight through one field, through the next, and it basically cuts off a 1.5 mile, 2 mile corner of road walking. Gone out into the footpath, and he's grown barley in both fields, and it's about waist high, can't see the footpath. I'm thinking, I'm not adding another 2.5 miles onto my journey because some knobhead farmer has not maintained the footpath. So I got into the field, I thought, you know what, I'm going to be considerate, I'll follow the tramways all the way around the outside of the field to the other side, hoping that it's maintained on the next field. Walked all the way around this field, got to the bit where it says footpath. It's all overgrown, stingers, there's a gate there. So I thought, right, I'm going to get through this. It's, I don't know, 200 yards the other side of it to the road, which cuts off this huge corner. I thought, I'm going to go for it. I don't want to add the extra 2 miles onto my journey. Went through this, walked through like a massive pile of stinging nettles to get through. I've literally stung my entire legs. I'm covered in little slugs, whatever lives in the bloody barley. Got to the other side of the field. No way through the wall. It's a Cornish dry stone wall with stinging nettles and brambles. It basically was like this, but about an extra foot taller. So I've just walked back round the field through his yard to here so that I can empty my boots, because they were full of bits of dirt and bits of the field. And to say I am annoyed is an understatement. But I'm going to keep smiling, because I'm going through all of this for mental health charities, for Man Down, George's Voice and Pentreath. And I'm going through it for all you guys out there that are watching this, that enjoy my content. You've got to laugh about it, because otherwise you're going to cry, ain't you? What I've now got to look forward to is another 2 miles onto an already 14.5 mile day. So what was supposed to be 40 miles across Cornwall is now 42 miles across Cornwall. But at least it means when I do get to St Neot, the pub's definitely going to be open, because it doesn't open till 5. So yeah, I'm going to have a massive pint when I get there. I think I will have deserved it after this. Right, probably not going to get much filming done now, because this is a very busy road, but I'm going to have a bit more of my water. I'm glad I managed to fill up with that. Get going. Here's a car coming. You'll see how fast it's going to be. Look at that. I've got to walk on that now for another 2 mile. Feel sorry for me? Of course you don't. I'm out here having the time of my life. Finally, the village of St Neot. This is where the pub is, and I cannot wait for a beer and some food. My feet are hurting, my legs feel heavy. I've got about half a mile after the pub, but hopefully it's going to be a little bit easier when I'm fueled on a bit of beer and some food. Who knows? Need to check whether the shop's open in St Neot. If it's not, then I'm going to be walking to it in the morning to get breakfast. Hear the church bells. Brilliant. Let's go and see what the beer situation and the food situation is. I think it's called the London Inn in St Neot. Who knows? Let's check it out. Right, disaster struck. I'm still smiling about it as well, I don't know why. Just got to the London Inn and walked up to the bar. I thought, oh, it's a bit quiet. Said, are you serving food? No, sorry, the kitchen's closed on a Monday. Brilliant. I've just worked 15 miles and now I can't get any dinner. So I'm hoping and praying that the village shop is open and has something that I can cook up for my dinner. And then I've got another mile to go till I can have some food and then cook it in the hut. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get some food from the shop. But I am treating myself to a little beer. Walk's gone well today. The last 3 miles have been really difficult. There was a lot of farmers' fields where they just haven't maintained the footpaths, and I've had to put an extra 2 miles onto my route. So I really could have done with the London Inn serving food. Right, good news. The St Neot village shop, which closes very soon, has sorted me out. I've got some fresh butchered lamb, minted lamb steaks, a bit of pasta, and then I treated myself. I've got 2 microwave sticky toffee puddings for dessert, and some clotted cream, not clotted cream, like double cream, proper cream, from a local dairy. Absolutely fantastic. What else? I got myself a nice little beer as well. Haven't got myself any breakfast, or did I? No, I did. I got Weetabix for breakfast as well, so properly sorted myself out. I've now got a mile of uphill to get to the shepherd's hut, but I cannot wait to get there. I bought a nice cold bottle of beer in there as well, but problem solved. So this is my cooking setup for tonight. Pan on for my cheese leek and ham pasta. My minted lamb steaks are in the grill. Nice cold beer. Had a lovely refreshing shower, and yeah, just going to cook some dinner and then take it back up to the hut and sit and chill. Try and edit day 1 video for social media. If that's a success, you'll be able to see that by now. And yeah, going to get an early night. I've got a slightly shorter day tomorrow, I think. In fact, I know I have. About 10 miles, supposedly. I'm going to try and do a little dip in Doesnary Pool tomorrow as well. So stay tuned for that. That should be a good laugh. I know I'm not far away then from the Jamaica Inn. Got a room booked there tomorrow night. Oh, I've got a table booked for dinner there tomorrow night. I know they serve some decent beer. It's bed and breakfast, so I've got breakfast sorted for the following morning as well. So yeah, it's all coming together. You know, I had a bit of a rough day today with Farmers Fields and the bloody London Inn not serving food, but it's all part of the fun, I guess, isn't it? Just about diversifying in it and dealing with the situation as and when they happen. It's the same with mental health. You know, some days you have good days, some days you have bad days. It's about dealing with what you're going through in that moment, in that time. It's quite poignant that I'm doing this walk to raise money for mental health, and yeah, I've been through some struggle already on this. But yeah, stay tuned for some more footage tomorrow. Sorry, I am really struggling. It's been a long old day, so I'm going to stop waffling on, cook my dinner. I'll show you it when it's done, and I will see you guys later on. Right, I forgot to show you all my dinner. My bad. Sorry. I was hungry, so I just ate it. But this is dessert. Oh yeah. 2 golden syrup sponges with a hell of a lot of cream. Don't hate me. I've just walked 16.5 miles today. I think I deserve this, don't you? It is a miserable morning. It's raining. I have got to leave today, but I don't really want to. I don't really want to go out in that rain. So I'm going to have a bit of a lazy morning. I'm going to have a cup of coffee. Much needed. Some breakfast. Got some Weetabix. Perfect. I'm going to get a shower and get packed up and go from there. But I'm not in any rush. My table's booked for 7 o'clock tonight at the Jamaica Inn. So I've basically got till then to get to the Jamaica Inn. Obviously I want to get there earlier. But yeah, there's no rush. FYI as well, these new t-shirts from St Ives Brewery. Cheers Marco and Hayley for sending them down. We've got a black long sleeve tee. This one is fantastic for pretty much everything. Look trendy when you're wearing it around town. Depends what town. If it's a Cornish town, you look the absolute shit. But they're brilliant for lounging around in as well. So I had planned on keeping this in case I needed to walk in it, but I don't think I'm going to need to walk in it. It's slightly thicker, so it's a little bit warmer, but it's absolutely brilliant for chucking on whilst I'm in the hut, just sort of lounging around, having my breakfast. I have got a blue one, which is a blue slipway tee. They're brand new. They've just come out from St Ives Brewery. They are absolutely mega. They've got the brand new slipway design on them. So if you want one of them, head over to their web shop now. You can pick one up. I'll drop a link in the description below. Or head down to the tap room. I think they are nearly sold out at the minute. So they're waiting for another delivery because they've just been going like hotcakes. But definitely head over to the web shop or get down to the tap room and get yourself one sorted because they look mega. I'm saving that for tonight, that t-shirt. It's clean, it's in the bag. I'm saving it for tonight so that I can wear it when I go down for my dinner in the Jamaica Inn. But yeah, let's have some breakfast. So the day started off slow, rain on the roof of the hut, and honestly I was in no rush to move. That little hut felt safe, dry, quiet, but inside my head was a right old mess. Just before I'd set out on this expedition, someone from my past had came across Bimblingbooksbeer, and it stirred up a lot for me. I hadn't shared it before, not out of spite, but because I wanted to protect what I'd built here. It was a positive space, a calm space, a place for healing, and that morning in the stillness and the rain, it all just sat really heavy. One of those things that just sort of lingers. That's the thing with mental health, it doesn't always take much to throw you off centre. And if you don't have the right support, it's easy to spiral out of control. And that's why this walk matters. And that's why these mental health charities matter. So hit up the GoFundMe link in the description below and drop me a bit of sponsorship. What is amazing about this part of the walk is that I have just emerged from all of this road walking. I've been on the road for 5 miles. And you finally, on the Smugglers Way, come up this little farmer's track. and it brings you up to where I'm standing now, and it opens up this entire view of the moor. So behind me, some pretty cool symmetry here, because I did a video on these few places a couple of weeks ago, about a month and a half ago. But I can see the cheese ring in the distance just over there, and then Shaptor, and then just behind this tree, you can't really see it, is Kilmator. So the kind of symmetry really on like coming out onto the moors and being able to see the places that I've been to before and how rugged they are is kind of a really big stage when you're on the Smugglers Way, because it signifies the fact that you are up on the moors. You're now no longer near the coast, you're midway across Cornwall. So I started off at Loo on the coast on one side, all the way back there behind me. In fact, you can see, I'm not sure it's Loo, but you can see the sea, kind of where I'm pointing back there, which is incredible. And then behind me on the other side, you can see the start of Bodmin Moor, really, those cheese rings, Shaptor, Kilmator, and I am going this way. So I have taken some incredible drone footage of going that way. It's just going to become more and more rugged as today goes on, but I'll input that drone footage now so you can see where I'm going. I've got to Doesbury Pool. I thought this was supposed to have like some sort of magical pixie powers or something like that. I thought it was supposed to be like special. I've seen toilets that are more impressive than this. I mean, I was going to go in for a swim, but it doesn't look inviting. It's not doing anything for me, that's for sure. It's full of weeds. I mean, there's weeds about 10 foot out. I'm going to be walking half of it. Look, I know I said I wouldn't be regularly dicking about in a pair of swimming shorts. I said that a while back on my social medias, and I have kind of got it, like, quite enjoyed doing cold water dips, but I draw a line. I'm drawing a line here, right? Who am I doing this for? If I was to get in there now, who would I be doing it for? For me? No, not a chance. I'd be doing it for you lot. And I think you guys expect more of me than that. I think you expect a little bit of, like, I don't know, self-pride and respect for myself. So yeah, hopefully you can respect me in that there's no way on earth I'm going swimming in that. I'm a little bit disappointed because I would have my bloody swimming shorts with me this whole way and a towel that I don't need. But who knows? There might be some more opportunities on this walk to do a little wild dip. And if that opportunity arises, I've got the gear to give it a go. But getting in Doesbury Pool, certainly not going to be one of them. I mean, it might just be me. Like, honest to God, drop me some comments below if you've been in here and it's like the pixies have healed you or something. I'm more worried about getting leeches. That's the last thing I need. I'm competing with the bloody ticks, let alone jumping in there for you lot to get a leech. But, I mean, it's a cool bit of water. It's just not the welcome I was expecting. I've really wanted a nice cold water dip, and I wanted to get here and go, oh yeah, that looks nice. It's just not doing it for me, I'm afraid. Soz. Right, I'm just walking into Bolventa, which means that I am at the Jamaica Inn. Hopefully, just got to find it now. Can't be that hard. Just follow the sound of ghosts, apparently. Just been reading about it for the last sort of half an hour of this boring road walking. Apparently it's pretty haunted in rooms 6 to 3 to 6 or 6 to 10, something like that. Hopefully I'm not in one of them rooms. I've got a bit of a thing for ghosts. I think it's I don't believe in them because I've not seen one, but I'm scared to death I'll see one. So anyway, I can't really think about that at the minute, because one thing I do know is I am a bloody hungry. Since my 2 Weetabix this morning, I've had 3 little bags of fridge raiders and a handful of dried mango. I drank all my water, so I'm parched. I've ended up adding on an extra mile to my journey today because I walked down to Goliath Falls, didn't I, and the Binky Smokehouse was shut. So I'm starving. I'm ready for a shower. I'm ready to get my boots off and put my flip-flops on, and I'm ready for a beer and some food. My table's not booked until 7 o'clock in here, so I might have to get checked in and go straight to the bar to get a drink and some bar snacks to take up to the room with me for a bit. It's fine, I don't want to eat until 7 really. It gives me a chance to just chill out a little bit and pull some of the footage together, so if I can maybe even get the video edited from today before I go down to dinner. But yeah, I'm here, I can see it. There it is, the Jamaica Inn. End of the second day on the Smugglers Way. It's been belting, thoroughly enjoying it. 1 day to go. Tomorrow's going to be my longest day. I've got about 16.5 miles to do. That's without any diversions, which currently every single day has had a little diversion, so fully expect to be at least 17 miles tomorrow, if not a bit longer. But there we go. Right, I'll update you when I get into the Jamaica Inn. Right, just got to dinner. And he said to me, "Oh, do you want to be sitting in the bar?" I was like, "Yeah, a little bit more casual, relaxed." I mean, if that's not off-putting when you're eating your dinner, I don't know what is. I'm scared. Right, let's get a beer, let's get some food. I am starving, thirsty. I'm actually really tired now, but shower as well. Oh, got my new St Ives t-shirt on as well. Slipway design. If you've not got one of these, head over to their web shop or the tap room to pick yours up now. It's got the new Slipway design on it, it's banging. Dinner has just arrived at the Jamaica Inn. Check this out. Right, breakfast in Jamaica Inn. I'm really full up from last night, but check this out. I'm just packing up my bag for my last day walking. The weather is spot on. You might be thinking, what am I listening to? Cornwall's Rewind radio station. You can tune in on DAB digital radio, on the app, or on the internet. I've requested a little bit of a shout out so we can do a bit more plug for some more sponsorship. So I'm listening in the hope that Laura Mack and Josh Curnow, big shout out to those guys, they've been really supportive of me. In the hope that they will do me a little shout out. So yeah, you might be thinking, looks like it's having some sort of party. Kind of am. Here we go. 20 to 9, the 11th of June, Cornwall's Rewind Radio, live and local. I've just been trying to charge up all my stuff as well, because today is going to be a glorious day. Oh, we do indeed. That was we had a little interview there from Catherine Nissen from Cornwall Rural Community Charity. Lovely to speak to her.
Maybe it's not
on the WhatsApp, a big shout out to Dan Smedley from Bimblingbooksbeer. He's tackling 40 miles across Cornwall today, walking from the Smugglers Way to raise funds for Man Down, Pentreath and George's Voice, heading up Brown Willie down to Boscastle and making every mile count. Check out his GoFundMe and keep an eye on him for his new YouTube vlog. Dan, best of luck to you on your journey. Cornwall is with you. Talking about getting out and about.
Cornwall's Rewind Radio. What's on?
With the Victoria 3 milestone.
Cheers guys, thank you. Right, let's get backpack, jet dress. I'm not wearing the same clothes I've been wearing for the last 2 days.
We've got a St Ives Bay
and
Rugby Festival going on
get going, because the weather's glorious. I can't wait to be out there today. I'm not looking forward to the 17 miles walking I've got to do, but I can't wait to get out there. So finish my cup of tea, get dressed, get bag packed, and yeah, we'll get out. For some reason, seeing the A30 from this angle really excites me, because I know that this runs through the middle of Cornwall. So I know that I'm over halfway pretty much to my destination. I've got 17 miles to eat up today, which sounds like a long way. It's definitely shorter than where I've come, but logistically it's the middle. So today's challenge is getting up here, and then over the other side of that, Brown Willie.
And going back to what I was talking about before, I built this space, Bimblingbooksbeer, as a sanctuary to help others, and I'd worked hard to keep it separate, untouched by anything that had once dimmed my lights. So when it eventually crossed over, when it was seen by eyes I never meant it for, it felt like I'd failed a little bit. Not massively, but just enough to stir up that old familiar ache. That feeling of failure. It used to bury me, that did. Now I try not to sit with it for too long. It doesn't push me to prove anything, it just reminds me to keep going, to keep building, and to keep remembering that Bimblingbooksbeer is for all of us. For the ones that are trying to rebuild, for the ones quietly carrying too much, for anyone who's ever felt like they had to go it alone. Because mental health isn't always loud, sometimes it's just about keeping going, even when the path disappears or the lights get low. That's why I walked, that's why I filmed this, and that's why the work that these 3 mental health charities do, Man Down, Pentreath and George's Voice, matters so much. They are there for the moments that you don't post, the quiet breakdowns, the days that you can't move, and the nights that you finally reach out. And if even one person watching this feels less alone because of it, then every sweaty, muddy mile was worth it.
Look at this. So I'm just coming down into Boscastle now, and it's been a hell of a long day, put it that way. But the river that runs down into Boscastle is just stunning. If I thought I could get my clothes off and back on again without seizing up, I'd go in for a swim. But I think if I stop walking, I'm not going to be able to start again soon. So beautiful though, proper stunning, isn't it? What a fantastic way to finish off coming into Boscastle. After 40 odd miles of walking across the Smugglers Way, walking from one coast of Cornwall to the other, I'm still smiling. I'm just walking down into Boscastle now. I can see the start of the village, and I'm absolutely buzzing. The sun has come out to bless me as I finish. Not that I need any more sun today, because I've definitely caught it a little bit. But this has been an incredible expedition, and I'm not sure this vlog is even going to do it justice, but it has been pretty fantastic. I've been so happy with myself in how many miles I've been able to cover a day, and how little amount of aches and pains I'm carrying. Don't get me wrong, I can't wait to stop, but feeling relatively good. I'm also so incredibly grateful to all of you for donating. When I started this expedition, we were on £250. Last time I checked, we were on just over £350. So in the last 3 days alone, you've donated 100 quid. So I reckon if I leave this open for another 2 weeks, we can get some more money coming in. But a huge thank you to everyone that's already donated. And yeah, I hope we find some more money soon. Sorry, I've just seen the car park, so I know that my mum and dad are around here somewhere. But yeah, huge thank you to everyone that's donated. We've raised an incredible amount of money there for 3 really important mental health charities in Cornwall. They will be so immensely grateful for that money, and they will put it to good work for people all across Cornwall struggling with mental health. And that's why I'm doing this, and that's why Bimblingbooksbeer will continue. This is not the end, this is just the beginning. So please drop me a follow and a like, subscribe to my content, and check out below what I'm going to be getting up to next. I haven't got an idea what my next big expedition is, but let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you want to see. Where do you want to see me going? What do you want to see me doing? Yeah. That is it, guys. sun is shining. How glorious is that? I have walked 40 miles from Loo to Boscastle, raising money for 3 really important mental health charities in Cornwall: George's Voice, Pentreath and Man Down. If you haven't donated yet, there is still time. I'm going to keep my GoFundMe page, which you can find on my social media channels, open for at least another 2 weeks to give you all a chance to donate. So make a difference to somebody's life in Cornwall now and go and donate. Even if it's just £1, it will make all the difference. The work that they do is absolutely vital, and the funds that they need to do that are crucial. So please, I've just walked 40 miles from Loo to Boscastle for them. All I'm asking is that you go and donate. Even just £1 would make a difference to somebody's life. For now, I'm going to go and enjoy a cold one. And I'm going to take these walking boots off and not put them back on for at least another day or 2. I hope you've enjoyed following along with me. I have thoroughly enjoyed the Smugglers Way. Day 3 has been incredible. I would highly recommend you going and having a go yourself. Boscastle is one hell of a finish. I hope you've enjoyed it. Join me soon for some more Bimbling Books and Beer.